When Xavier Mertz died on January 8, 1913, Douglas Mawson was alone, more than 100 miles, 160 kilometers from the safety of Cape Denison. His body was failing, his mind slipping, and Antarctica seemed determined to claim him. But he refused to give in. His feet were raw and bloody, the skin peeling away in sheets. His muscles ached from starvation, his body eating itself for energy. His hair and nails fell out, likely due to hypervitaminemic. He suffered hallucinations, seeing and hearing things that weren't there. But despite the horror he endured, he kept moving. One day, as he dragged himself across the ice, the ground beneath him suddenly collapsed. Mawson plummeted into a crevasse, the world turning white, then black. The only thing stopping him from falling into the abyss was a rope tied to his sled, which had caught on the edge of the chasm, dangling over a bottomless void. He was exhausted, freezing, and barely strong enough to pull himself up. For a moment, he considered letting go. It would be so easy, he later wrote. But something deep inside him refused to die. Hand over hand, he climbed out of the abyss, dragging himself back onto solid ground. The ice had tried to claim him, but not yet. At one point, Mawson realized he couldn't go on much longer. With no food left, no strength, and a storm closing in, he dug himself a snow cave and prepared to die. He lay inside for days, listening to the wind howl like a beast outside. His body was so weak he started writing his farewell letters, convinced this was the end. But when the storm finally broke, something inside him told him to keep going. He forced himself up. He started walking again. On February 8, 1913, Mawson saw something on the horizon, a hut. With the last of his strength, he staggered inside. He had survived one of the most brutal ordeals in Antarctic history, but fate had one final cruelty to inflict.